Hello! Greetings. It's time to dungeon crawl.
I think it retained the settings for this one.
Oh shit, yeah. Hang on, let me oh my god, now everything's ruined. Oh, fuck. Yeah, it looks right to me. Yeah.
It's not. Go back.
What's wrong
It's
with
too
it?
tall.
Maybe it's too tall.
It's hanging out from under the border at the bottom.
Hang on. Yeah, like now this one changed.
Yeah, it changes every single time we go live. I don't know.
Why is that happening?
I don't know. I have no idea. Because it's not like it's one input. So I feel like it should just be like, okay, this is the size you want this input, no matter what game we stream. But
like,
apparently that's not how it works.
There's just no reason for it to change without us changing it. I don't know. Like these settings for this window are the same as they've always been.
Yeah.
I don't know what's causing that. I'll have to look it up at some point. That's just bizarre. Hello, Ghostblade. Ghostblade was in Greg's stream for the first time in a while today. Yeah, Greg's right. It is my birthday. Thank you very much. Yeah, what did you do last time in this game? I know did you finish the windmill area?
I think so.
Like you
Well, I got up to the roof where the
I'm
windmill
coming.
is, and I did that so that the elevator works in this first dungeon.
Okay, I remember us using the elevator. So I think you explored several areas on all the floors of the main dungeon, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you got all but one key now?
No, there are two keys I'm missing because there's the book. No, I got the book key.
You got the book key.
I did get the book key. That's what it was last time. I was looking for all of the book doors. I'm trying to open them. So as far as I know, yes, there is only one key I don't have because it's that spindle door.
Yeah. Hey, Greg. How you doing, Greg?
I just can't remember what exactly I'm doing at this moment. I mean, I know the overall goal is to get to the bottom floor, but...
Hey, thanks, Greg.
It's like, I think I got everything. Because I still don't know how to get to this spot here.
Yeah, so there's a gate and a door behind the gate, and then an area we can't get to. So obviously you have to, like, what floor is this? This is
B1,
which is the top floor, right?
Yeah, like, you can only descend from this point.
Yeah, so you have to come up there from somewhere.
Yeah, and, like, there's a blank spot here, too, that I can't get to. And, like, there's a blank square here. I know I'm still looking for painkillers for that one guy.
Yeah.
I got some of B5, I guess. Not a lot of it, though, it looks like. Oh, I've turned the map. All higgledy-piggledy. Yeah, I think I've pretty much got everything I can get to on floors 1 through 4. And then I started exploring 5, and I'm pretty sure 5 is where I started encountering enemies that are just a little too strong for me at the moment. That one takes me back up, and there were 2 of the book doors, and I opened both of them. Wait, this one take me further down? This is not stairs. I fought this dude and I finally beat him.
Yeah, he was rough.
Yeah, I had to fight him several times. And like that's just a dead end. There was, I think the book key was in this chest back here. But there's nothing back there worth going back for. And this took me to the next floor. This was like the... Oh, this is a very complex looking floor.
Yeah.
That was also part of the issue. It's like, I can jump down there. Oh, there were ghosts. That's what it was. I remember these guys. They're like level 30. I haven't fought any of them yet. So let's see how badly this goes. Grieving Ghost. A spirit that died while grieving. When defeated, it will affect you, and you will be deeply saddened. You will be rendered utterly distraught and unable to use certain skills. Use Sword Guard because he doesn't have a fucking sword anymore. Shining Wall. It's a magical barrier that halves the effects of your attacks for a while. It's simple, but it's very strong.
Yeah, the music in this game is really, really excellent.
Wait, what was that info again? Shit. Okay, I'm not allowed to see it again. Oh, that was a lot of fucking iron. These are laughing ghosts, a spirit that died while laughing for some reason. When defeated, it will affect you and you will not be able to stop laughing. You may not be able to rest and you may lose your stamina.
Oh man, Tirith said she's been looking for the stream for the past half hour and never alerted her.
So stupid.
Yeah, we did just start. We've been watching movies since first of all, we got up super late today. I think we got up at like 2 p.m. almost. So I just stayed in bed all morning, but we watched 6 hours worth of movies.
Oh, these guys are fast. I don't like that. Poison knife. Poison, you will be poisoned. Ow, how did you dodge magic?
Ghostblade has decided since the last stream that death metal is just where it's at. And black metal is not, in fact, where it's at. I feel like I'm definitely more of a death metal fan, but I go through bouts where like black metal really hits, but I do think death metal is probably like something I enjoy more in a broader sense. Ooh, Tier's been watching romance animes all day. You've been watching the same one that you were talking about the other day, My Dress Up Darling? I really want to read that. I might do some reading tonight and tomorrow. I dug out some volumes of Lovecraft I want to read too. While I'm on vacation here. I haven't been paying attention to these fights. Are these guys rough?
They're okay.
Your guy is dead.
Yeah, but there were 4 of them, and I couldn't sneak up on them. Whoa. Why do you suddenly have 10 skill points, my dude?
What level did you hit?
I mean, hang on. Let me...
Well, did you just level him up 10 times?
I guess
maybe,
I would have to add.
Like maybe... Well... I thought you leveled everybody up to 15.
We're all like 20-something now.
I know, but did you maybe forget to level him up when you did everybody else?
I don't
maybe
think
the
so.
Okay, I don't know. Greg's been reading Anno Dracula. Someone gave it to him like 10 years ago.
Yeah, I feel like that's a book I see everywhere, but nobody's read it. Like, everybody has it, but they're like, I don't know if I just have it.
I've never...
Like one of those flea mall place books.
It's not ringing a bell for me. Ooh, Ghostblade says Cardcaptor Sakura is basically their favorite anime. That's really cool. I like Cardcaptor Sakura. And I recently started reading... Well, I say recent. I went on a manga binge a couple months ago and read the first omnibus volume of Chobits, which is the Clamp, the same people as Cardcaptor Sakura. Tirith finished My Dress Up Darling and has moved on to one about a centaur and a historical piece of centaur.
Yeah, he's 28 now. Maybe he wasn't 20. Maybe he was only like 18 or 19, and these other guys were closer to 30.
He must have just ratcheted it up several levels. Oh my god. Okay, Anno Dracula is about Victorian England if Dracula married Queen Victoria. What a plot.
Yeah.
What a plot.
Shit.
Oh, I remember Goth Gumby. Goth Gumby wrecked your shit. You need to run.
Call bear?
Call what? And calling a bear?
He's gonna summon a fucking bear.
Yeah, you can get out of here.
Fuck your life. Bing bong.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah, they breathe. I forgot about that. I think I also got to this point and didn't have any more torch flame. Alright, so there's that shortcut at least. Oh.
Happy ghosts. What's on their heads?
Little hats. They're gonna fuck me up, aren't they?
Oh, they got little witch hats, okay. They look like Thanksgiving turkeys from that perspective that you were at.
It says that if you kill them, it's going to make you unable to just use a plain attack, basically. Like, you'll have to use skills.
Greg says there's a plot in this book where there's I guess there's a lot of vampires, like they're commonplace, And Jack the Ripper is murdering vampire prostitutes.
So a story that makes Jack the Ripper the hero?
Well, I don't know. Like, is Dracula a villain in this? It sounds like maybe he's. I don't know. Like, what's the tone, Greg? What's the context? I agree, Tirith. The new Castlevania does need to come out. Greg says it is unclear who the hero is.
You want to talk about movies we watched? Speaking of what the fuck were people thinking when they wrote who the hero was in this movie?
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, yesterday we watched
Oh, I got their hat.
Oh, cute. Greg will update us on the morality of Dracula as he progresses. Tell us about the wet man or whatever, says Tirith. What the fuck
The
does
oily maniac.
Oh, the oily maniac? Okay, well, we watched one worse than the oily maniac. I'll tell you that right now, Tirith. Yeah, we watched the oily maniac, which is a horror movie from China, and it's like a Chinese.
Yeah, it's a Chinese movie,
Malaysian,
but it was filmed in Malaysia.
Yeah, it's like set in Malaysia.
Malaysia.
Ghostboy's gonna read Uzumaki again. I read a ton of Junji Ito this year. I got all the currently released American short story collections that Viz is putting out from him. Tira says, thank you for interpreting her. Okay, so yeah, we watched The Oily Maniac, which is a Shaw Brothers movie. The Shaw Brothers are like...
If you've never watched a Shaw Brothers movie, treat yourself.
I've never seen a Shaw Brothers movie that wasn't fucking banging. Like, they're just amazing. And The Oily Maniac was great, but it had, like, a very huge flaw. But, like, The Oily Maniac is basically The Toxic Avenger, but it's a movie that was made in the 70s, and it's set in Malaysia. And it's about a disabled lawyer who, in an attempt to avenge the murder of an old family friend, uses Malaysian black magic to turn himself into a monster. And he basically turns him, like, he does this ritual, and oil comes up out of the ground and turns him into this big oil monster. He's like this big sludge monster that the newspapers dub the Oily Maniac. I don't know where that part comes from. I don't know why they decided he had to be oily, right?
Yeah, because the whole thing is his, like, this old... I don't guess I understand exactly why he's tied into, like, this coconut processing plant, right? Because they're talking, it's a coconut oil garden, and, like, we figured, oh, that's the setup. He has, like, some sort of industrial accident and gets coated with oil, but it's not. It's the backdrop is, this is where most of this shit is centered around, but he is only coated in coconut oil at the very end. Yeah,
so, like, I don't know, the whole thing takes place in a coconut oil factory, but that's not really relevant to him being the oily maniac. It's confusing. There's too much oil in this plot, but he is the oily maniac, and he goes out and he kills these people who... Ghostblade says oil is flammable, to be fair, and you would be correct, because that's an important plot point at the end. But anyway, he's the oily maniac. He's a big sludge monster. He goes out and he avenges the person who was erroneously killed.
You can't get out of here.
And
I gotta fucking return to camp. That sucks.
All is well, but like he keeps going out to like fight people and take revenge on people. He's kind of like the Punisher. if the Punisher only killed evil women.
Yeah.
Because this movie seems obsessed with the idea that women are evil. So, like, every plot that he uncovers and, like, goes out to exact revenge against is tied up with some woman being evil, which is really weird. It's really misogynist and strange. On top of that, he is in love with someone who is in love with someone else. And he's like, oh, but I'm the nice guy. So it's like, it's almost like he's a 4chan incel who has been given superpowers. And now he's taking revenge on all women because women are evil. It was weird. That part was really weird. And it was, yeah, he's the oily incel, Greg. So that part really hurt what was otherwise a really fun to watch Chinese monster film. So we were already like, oh, the Oily Maniac could have been the best, but it had that weird misogynist subplot, right? Then we watched Don't Breathe 1 and Don't Breathe 2, which were not at all what I thought they were gonna be. I remember when Don't Breathe 1 came out, and this is like a modern horror film. I remember they came out and they were like like the first one came out, it was on a streaming service, it was really popular, and for some reason I never watched it. It just didn't look like something that was going to appeal to me, but you know, it stayed in the back of my mind, like, you know, these movies came out and they were supposed to be good, people liked them, I should watch them at some point. And at some point a sequel came out. So I put both of them on our list this year. I thought that they were supernatural horror films. They were not. Yeah, you're right. Andrew Tate is the oily maniac of our time, tier.
Oops.
So yeah, we watched Don't Breathe 1. And again, I guess I didn't know what the plot of this was at all. Yeah, Ghostblade, I totally agree. Like, I was, like, really on board with all of that film, except, like, it had this weird... And, you know, maybe at the time, or in the culture, or whatever, I don't know, like, maybe it wasn't as weird as it was, but that doesn't excuse it, and it makes it really uncool now. So, yeah, when something like that that's otherwise really cool has that prejudice aspect to it, it just fucking kills it, you know? Like, it's really upsetting. So, still, it was a fun movie to watch. I mean, it's a dude in a big rubber monster suit, jumping around buildings, and...
Screaming.
Yeah, every time he turns into the oily maniac...
Gosh, damn it!
He screeches.
Yeah.
It's like this pre-recorded canned screech. And, like, he dives into oil barrels and rockets up out of them and
like,
shit.
he also has this look, like, I don't know if it was around later, but I feel like it's a very common, like, bootleg action figure look now, where they have that translucent plastic part, and you turn the light on in their torso, and it shines through it. He looked like that.
Yeah, like, you could see his exposed heart beating, and we thought that was going to be how somebody killed him, but it wasn't. They just burned him up at the end.
Spoilers for the oily maniac.
I don't know if anybody's going to go hunt down the oily maniac to watch, you know.
What Shaw Brothers movie would you suggest?
If you're going to watch a Shaw Brothers movie, I would watch The 36 Chambers. Right?
I guess that's one you'd have to watch.
Yeah, I feel like that's like the biggest one. The one I've enjoyed the most was what hang on, I have to look it up. What's that one?
The one about the warrior. I'm sorry about the, like, he's not a samurai, but he's like,
yeah, that one,
because it's a Chinese movie, so he's not a samurai, but it has that exact sort of vibe.
Yeah,
because I really like that one, but I think The Rat and the Cat is my favorite because it's fucking funny.
The Rat and the Cat is very good.
Let's try this again. I was just being a little too careless before.
And yeah, it's a very funny movie. Yeah, so the 36th Chamber of Shaolin, probably the best Shaw Brothers film. And The Rat and the Cat is a very good film as well. Like, it's very humorous. It has a lot of good action. Like, all of these movies have really nice choreographed fights and everything. And I don't know, there's a ton of Shaw Brothers movies, and they're still making movies, I believe.
Really?
I think so, yeah. Hang on, I'm trying to get to a list of Shaw Brothers films. You just see the ones that we've seen. You know that they did Blade Runner?
No?
Yeah, Blade Runner was Warner Brothers, LAD, and Shaw Brothers. Like, it was a joint effort between those three companies, which is pretty funny.
Oh, I fucked up again.
The one I liked the most is Soul of the Sword. It's about a nameless swordsman who is trying to defeat the King of Swords to claim a title. It's just a really good, really somber, dark movie, and it came out in 1978. But like Roadkill said, The Cat and the Rat is another good one. It's got a lot of humor in it, a lot of like really nice production. And then they also did Black Magic.
Oh.
Yeah, from 1975.
Fuck.
Which, if you want to watch like a really good Chinese horror film, Black Magic is like,
Okay, which one is that?
It's
Because there's that one, and then there's another one we have on DVD that's a similar, like, Asian black magic movie.
I mean, we've watched several, but Black Magic is specifically the one where a magician is casting love spells on people, and then like they get into like a little war between these two factions. The one on DVD that we have is Seeding of a Ghost.
Seeding of a Ghost.
Yeah, which is an 83 film, so
It's ape shit. It's so good.
It's also Shaw Brothers.
It is,
yeah.
okay. I couldn't remember if it was or wasn't. I just knew it was not a Japanese movie, and
Yeah.
it was about black magic.
There's a thing in older, like 1970s Chinese horror movies about black magic where they make people cough up worms.
Uh-huh.
It's like a common trope in that cinema,
Uh-huh.
and it's disgusting.
Seeding of a Ghost, the dude has to fuck his dead wife's decayed corpse.
Seeding of a Ghost is pretty gruesome. It's pretty gruesome.
What is the Queen of Black Magic?
We've never seen it.
We've never seen
No.
it, okay.
We've seen Black Magic and Seeding of a Ghost and Human Lanterns and
Okay, let's try Heavy Guard.
there's another one. I can't remember the name of it.
I'm not getting attacked, so you should attack. What? No.
Black Magic also has a sequel and a remake. No, I'm sorry. Queen of Black Magic has a remake. That was a remake that came out a couple years ago. Greg said that he has taken a break from spooky movies right now, but he's enjoyed what he's watched so far. And
What?
Tirith wants to know if Greg watched Little Nicky free on YouTube with ads. Greg said, "How were the ads?" And also, he has trouble watching Adam Sandler movies post Happy Gilmore. Yeah, that's probably a good thing, Greg. I really want to watch that movie Uncut Gems that he was in. Yeah, Ghostblade, Tetsuo the Iron Man, fucking fantastic film. Love Tetsuo the Iron Man. If you like Tetsuo the Iron Man, I would highly, highly recommend the Japanese film Pinocchio 964. It has a lot of similarity. It's another sort of...
I can't hit these ghosts with this dude. That's why I'm not doing any fucking damage.
Do you have to hit them with magic?
That won't help because it's a fire enemy. I guess so. It just, I never saw a miss or a dodge or anything, so I thought... Like, I just thought in the chaos of everything else on the screen, I was missing that notification. Even when I guard against this dude, he does like 200 damage to me. So yeah, okay, I guess I know that this dude is not useful here. So... I guess I'm switching Gulfum out for somebody.
You know, this whole stream is kind of modeled on Little Nicky Tirith. You can watch our stream free with that.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately. No.
We take a lot of inspiration from Little Nicky on YouTube free with ads.
Alright, this is the one. I'm gonna do it this time.
What Hammer stuff have you watched, Greg? We really have to do a Hammer watch list. Like I think I made a big list of all the Hammer movies I wanted to watch on Letterboxd. We haven't attempted it yet. Might be something good to do next year. The Gorgon was your favorite so far. I think I've only ever seen three Hammer films. We've watched The Curse of Frankenstein, Dracula, and The Mummy. So just like the first three of the Universal Monster Hammer versions.
Ah!
Damn. Are you just underleveled?
No, I'm just a fucking idiot.
Greg's watched the first two Frankensteins, Gorgon and Curse of the Werewolf. But the Frankensteins you watched were Universal there, right, Greg? You watched just Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein. This one says, I saw a new Frankenstein earlier this year and it was really good. What's that? What new Frankenstein? There's really only one good Frankenstein movie, and that's Young Frankenstein. Oh, you watched the two Universal Frankensteins and the two Hammer Frankensteins. Okay. Yeah, we've seen the first Hammer Frankenstein. Yeah, it's fucking great. You watched The Curse of the Werewolf. So you watched Frankenstein and the Evil of Frankenstein? It looks like that's the second one. Oh, no, I'm sorry. The Revenge of Frankenstein. You watched Frankenstein and the Revenge of Frankenstein.
We watched a dumb Frankenstein movie last year. Even though it was by your guy.
Yeah, who made that movie?
Fessenden?
Fessenden? Larry Fessenden?
Fessenden.
Yeah, what was that called?
Can't remember. How do I get up there? Oh, it's locked. It doesn't matter. That's a mimic.
Depraved. Yeah, it was a Larry Fessenden movie called Depraved from 2019. That's a pretty new movie, too. That may be the one that Ghostblade's talking about, because it's from 2019. Like, I gave it 3 stars on Letterboxd, because it wasn't terrible, it was just... I don't know, it had some flaws from what I remember.
Yeah, it was mostly just kind of boring, you know? It didn't really... Oh, I got a Beretta.
Alright, the one that Ghostblade's talking about is a 2016 movie. But it's not the one with Daniel Radcliffe, is it? I remember because it's Radcliffe and the dude from X-Men,
Yeah.
James McAvoy. I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
Wait, no, here's one from 2016 as well. It looks like it's what country was this made in? I don't even know. Greg says, I love the depiction of Frankenstein and the monster in Penny Dreadful. That's a show, right? I never saw that. Oh, this is a ballet. This 2016 Frankenstein I'm looking at is a ballet. Which, I mean, that might be cool. I'd watch a ballet of Frankenstein. I think there's a Dracula ballet or an opera.
Oh, it's this fucking area I can't get out of. Yes, god damn it.
Yeah, Dracula Pages from a Virgin's Diary from 2002 is a Guy Madden ballet. I've always wanted to see that too. Ghostblade says the tomato meter gave the Frankenstein 100%, but the audience gave it 35. Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. So, will you send me a link to this Rotten Tomatoes article that you're looking at? Greg says, I would dress up like a Victorian nobleman to see a Dracula ballet. Do you have Victorian nobleman attire on hand, Greg? I wouldn't be surprised if you did.
Why not just dress up like a Victorian nobleman for fun?
What's stopping you,
Something
Greg?
that I would do.
What's stopping you? Live your best life. Oh yeah, I remember you were thinking about going to that Dracula ballet, Tirith. I think that's the one that Edward Gorey did design work for, if I'm not mistaken.
That's true, you should show me some of the design.
I'll look it up. Or, I'm sorry, the Edward Gorey one was a Broadway show, so that may not be what Tirith was trying to go see. Yeah, see, he did like set design for it,
Oh, that rules.
but the reason I know that is because there's this thing I've always wanted. It's a toy theater, and it's just like a little book with all the set designs and character designs he did for it that like pop out and fold into like a papercraft stage.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah, it's really cool.
How do I get over there? Oh, I've been over there. That's a mimic. Need to go over there. But I haven't been down there in that pit, I guess. Look at these little guys. Little archer rats. Expert Pavicier. Use their shields on their backs to attack you slowly. Once the shield is in place, range attacks won't work, so you'll have to fight back with melee.
Melee!
Can you move the cursor off the screen?
I'm so sorry, I didn't realize it was there.
I didn't realize till just then.
Oh. Yo, the Frankenstein that Ghostblade is talking about came out in 2015, but it's by Bernard Rose, who is the director who did the original Candyman and Paper House.
Oh.
And Paper House is one of my favorite horror films. Yeah, it's got like not great reviews from viewers. But like critically it got really high praise.
What the fuck did I do? Shit.
Ghostblade says they had a friend who insisted melee was pronounced Malay. Which I've heard people say Malay. I feel like there's like a I don't... Because, like, it's obviously not, like, a European or an English way to pronounce it, because Ghostblade doesn't pronounce it that way, but I feel like there's, like, a UK accent that pronounces it that way. I don't know. Like, I've heard people from Britain say Malay before, but not everybody. Oh, are you saying they said it Miley? Here it says Milady. It's Fedora. Miley
Cyrus?
Miley Cyrus. The strong E sound. Malie? They're saying Malie? It's certainly not Malie. I can't type it. Yeah, this seems like an untypable pronunciation because it's wrong. Super Smash Brothers Melee. Melee.
Melissa.
As long as we know the right way to say it.
These motherfuckers suck. I hate them. And I don't understand. I guess... Let's try this composition one more time. But I may need to switch Sugar Mane out for somebody. No, because then... I don't know.
It was milli, as in milliliters, or millipede with an E at the end. Milli.
Okay. Is that better than what you have? Yes. For a couple of reasons, I would say. Chainmail. Beast Trainer Jerkin. Shouldn't be doing that to your beasts.
So milking them is fine, but jerking them is not. You always be talking about milking.
That's that upper part, okay. Nothing over here.
We finally got to eat our vegan queso.
Mm-hmm. Good.
We bought more ingredients, we mixed it up, and we didn't spill it all over the fucking living room floor this time. Kira says, how far do you think you are in this game?
I don't know, because there weren't that many entries on how long to beat, and like the longest one was what, 20 hours?
Yeah, it was like 20 to 23 hours for a normal playthrough, so I don't think we could be that far from the end. but I think we are playing it a little more grindy than maybe some people would.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Although it's not like you can just rush through here. Like you can't avoid all combat.
What are these little guys? Are these more of those like cats?
I don't know, because they look like rats to me, like little mice.
Yeah. So Greg says he saw a game on the Switch called Cthulhu Saves Christmas for $10. I think that is a sequel. I saw where you posted that. It looks. I think there's another game on Steam by those same people, because I think it might just be Cthulhu Saves the World or something. Because it's like a little RPG, right? Yeah, it's a 16-bit RPG, like a JRPG. Cthulhu Saves the World on Steam. It's only $2.99 on Steam, the Saves the World game. So I wonder if the Saves Christmas game is like a little more graphically involved. Well, actually, Saves Christmas is not on Steam. Okay, I'm gonna Google that. Cthulhu Saves Christmas. Okay, Cthulhu Saves Christmas is the prequel from is the prequel to Cthulhu Saves the World. And yeah, it does look like a lot more work went into it. It looks really good though. Like it looks like it has a lot going on in it. Like it looks like a full-on JRPG.
Like these have pointed ears, so maybe these are cats?
Yeah, I think these are supposed to be... Well, I don't know. Their ears are kind of square, actually. Maybe they're mice, too. Plus, they got little red eyes. Oh, they're like the mice you buy to feed to snakes.
Feeder rats? Or feeder mice?
Feeder mice. Ghostblade says, I find the artistic depictions of Cthulhu underwhelming. Yeah. Like, I'll agree with that. Like, I feel like a lot of...
Yeah, like there's one agreed upon appearance and that's all anyone does anymore.
Yeah, and it's... Sorry, Here, I'm gonna turn the mouse off. I keep bumping it and moving it around. I don't know, it is underwhelming. Like, I've seen a few where it's much more monstrous and non-uniform in shape. But yeah, for the most part, people just draw it as like a kaiju almost. And it should be much more nightmarish. I mean, I guess I do like it as, like, a symbol, you know? Like, it's kind of cool that there's, like, merchandise and stuff. I mean, I have some Cthulhu things, and, you know, it's just that normal octopus face design, but... Ghostblade says a kappa. Like, you want it to look like a kappa? Greg says, how can you fully encapsulate his full horror in a drawing? It's supposed to be beyond what our minds can perceive. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely part of it, is like the implications of Lovecraft's monsters are always going to, I think artists' depictions are always going to fall short.
I'm not feeling the shaman.
Does anybody have a favorite Lovecraft story? If you read, I mean, not everybody might be into, you know, the written fiction, but there is some nice Lovecraftian stuff in Bloodborne. That's very true. Oh, The Color Out of Space. Color Out of Space is excellent. Oh, Greg says Color Out of Space too. Damn. What did you guys think of the
Nick Cage movie?
the Nick Cage? Yes, J-Mac. Listening to the thing that should not be does count as reading Lovecraft. What's that fucker's name that made that movie?
I don't remember, but like he's the dude who made the movie, and then a bunch of shit came out about him, right?
Yeah, he's a shithead. He's a motherfucker. He's the cat that made Dust Devil and Hardware. Richard Stanley. His name's Richard Stanley. Yeah, he's a good director, but right, and he had like more Lovecraft stuff planned, but then yeah, right after that movie came out, a bunch of sexual allegations came out about the guy, and he's basically back off the map as a director, which, you know, fuck him, but it's very disappointing. I liked that movie.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
The creature effects were cool. I can't do anything. This guy can't hit these motherfuckers.
Ghostboy says, is Lovecraft a fictional name? Like, was it a pen name? No, it's his real name. There are several Lovecraft games. There's, sounds like a poet's name. Yeah, no, it's his real name. It is a real surname. Howard Phillips Lovecraft. Yeah, there's, like, Bloodborne obviously has a lot of Lovecraftian stuff going on, although I wouldn't say that it's, like, a Lovecraft game. But there's, Call of Cthulhu Dark Corners of the Earth from, like, OG Xbox era. There's, two newer games, The Sinking City and Call of Cthulhu. Which I've played a little bit of The Sinking City. I've seen some people play Call of Cthulhu. Both of those are pretty decent games that I think have some pretty striking flaws, but I should probably try to stream one of those one day.
Make sure you can still play The Sinking City.
Yeah, there was something weird about The Sinking City. Like,
yeah, like the publisher pulled some stupid shit.
Like, the publisher, like, fucked over the developers,
Yeah.
and then they got in litigation, and it ended up getting pulled from a lot of services, so I'm not sure that you can play it now. And then there's a bunch of older Lovecraft games, especially, like, point-and-click adventures and text adventures and stuff. When are we gonna play The Lurking Fear on here? Remember we played a good chunk of that text adventure one time?
Oh.
No, we don't have to play text adventures on stream. My favorite Lovecraft story is The Outsider, which is not really a mythos story, and it's not a Dreamland story, but it's my favorite. It's very... I would say that it's a very Lovecraft story, but it has heavy Poe influence.
My favorite Lovecraft anything is the one you can sing to Piano Man.
I actually have that pulled up on my phone. Because,
I was talking
you
about
were
it the
talking
other
about
day.
it the other day, yeah. That's the poem Nemesis by H.P. Lovecraft. Yeah, if you look up the poem Nemesis by H.P. Lovecraft, read it to the tune of Billy Joel's Piano Man, it syncs up perfectly. Fits the music perfectly. Rats in the Walls, also a good one. That one's got a little bit of mythos stuff in it. It's really good. I like that one a lot. Dreams in the Witch House, also very good. Nameless City. I like a lot of his much shorter works, like Dagon and the Nameless City. Those are really good. I like his Dreamland stuff. Celphaeus is one of my favorites. Ooh, Cool Air. Cool Air is one of the first Lovecraft stories I ever read. There's a what film has a version of Cool Air in it?
I can't remember.
Let me think.
Like,
about that.
I can picture it,
Yeah,
but I don't know.
I've not read Mountains of Madness, Greg. There's a little chunk of Lovecraft I've never read, and one of his two longer works, like the Mountains of Madness and I think the Gates of the Silver Key. I have not read those. Like, I read a ton of Lovecraft when I was a kid, and then in recent years I put together a list of his stuff chronologically, and then by theme, mythos, non-mythos, and Dreamlands. And I keep meaning to work back through it all in order and read the stuff I haven't read, but every time I start, I never finish.
What about that Little Lovecraft show or whatever the fucking shit is called?
That little animated movie?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. It's like H.P. Lovecraft and the Frozen Kingdom. I believe it was a book or a graphic novel, and yeah, now they've turned it into like an animated movie. It looks like a Pixar movie or
I
something.
wish it was called Little Howie.
Little Howie. Ooh. Yeah, like, none of you are wrong in saying, because like now Ghost Blade saying that Call of Cthulhu is a slog, none of you are wrong in saying that it's hard to get through some of those. Like, they are dense and...
I want to be honest with you, I've never read a Lovecraft story that I understood.
Yeah.
Like, I read them and I'm like, hey, what the fuck happened? And like,
Yeah.
I've had like college level reading comprehension since I was in like third or fourth grade.
It's not...
But Lovecraft is just like, I don't know, I think the house collapsed on the dude at the end. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, it's like, Lovecraft is not like highbrow stuff that you really gotta like, you know, it's like, oh, you didn't get it. Like, he's just a very tedious writer.
He sounds like he was a tedious man.
He was a tedious man. He was a tedious man and a tedious writer. He's a little piece of shit, but like, I do love his writing, but it's not good writing. You know what I mean? But it's you know, it's good. It's good stuff if you can bear with it. Reanimator is also sick. I agree, Greg.
Well, I mean, I love the movie Reanimator, and I've read the story, but I don't fucking remember any of it.
You know, Reanimator is a comedy. Like the story itself is
like
is
I remember the circumstances in which I read Reanimator better than I remember Reanimator. Because it was senior prom night, but we didn't want to go. We never wanted to fucking go, but you had to work. Yeah. So I was just sitting in the shed, laying on the couch, reading Reanimator.
You were at my house while on prom night while I was at work?
Yeah, because you were going to come home that night, and because our parents are crazy and wanted grandkids, but they're stupid and don't know anything about us, I just got to stay at your house a lot of weekends, like overnight.
So you just sat in the shed outside and read Lovecraft?
Yeah.
That's so fucking sick. But like by today's standards, like reading Reanimator, I don't think you would get that it's a comedy, but it is written as like a tongue-in-cheek horror story.
How do I get
But you gotta like take into account it's Lovecraft trying to write comedy, and he's not like a funny guy, so it doesn't come off that way.
I need to get around there, but these guys fucking suck.
Yeah, I'm curious about Lovecraft Country too, Greg. I wanna see that and read the novel.
King Slime.
Yeah, I guess. Wait, I would say that it's also possible that some of the shit just doesn't make sense. Yeah, The Hound, also very good. One of my favorite things about The Hound is, The Hound is about two hoity-toity academics with lots of money who...
Alright, let's try this again.
Who like to indulge in, like, the occult, right? And, there's a whole passage where they describe how they've built this occult chamber in their house. First of all, very homoerotic story. It's like these dudes are in love, and Lovecraft doesn't get that because he doesn't even get heterosexual love, you know? But like, you know, it's two dudes who are definitely more than bros, and they have built a secret room in the house they share together, and they fill it with occult stuff. So they've got like skeletons in there and forbidden tomes. And then there's a part where it's like they set up a piping system that pipes in occult smells like incense or the smell of the grave. It's like, you guys just built this stupid little goth occult chamber where you sniff incense all day with each other. What are you doing? But yeah, The Hound is a good story. If anybody's ever read The Horror at Red Hook, which is one of his most racist stories, it's pretty good, but it is very racist. Yeah, they could just burn incense, but these guys are very extra, and they have to go the extra mile, you know? But yeah, The Horror at Red Hook, very good. There is a really, really good retelling of The Horror at Red Hook called Black Tom, The Ballad of Black Tom. And it is... basically that story through the eyes of a black man in Harlem, or I can't remember if it's Harlem or Brooklyn that he's from in the story, but it's very good, and it's a very, very good twist on Lovecraftian horror through a Black American lens, I would highly recommend The Ballad of Black Tom.
Great. Fucking great. It's so cool that they made enemies that can dodge every single one of your fucking attacks. Very fun. I gotta find the elevator here. This is really pissing me off that I have to go here and then there every single time.
Bye, Greg. Thanks for hanging out.
See ya.
Ghostblade says, I'm not familiar with the horror at Red Hook. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's one of his later stories. It was written when he got married. It was written after he got married and moved to Brooklyn briefly. And it's fueled by his extreme xenophobia at that point in his life, because he was suddenly surrounded by non-white people. So yeah, it's got a huge. It's a very bleak story, and it's got a very big xenophobic undertone. Have like I said, I dug out some of my Lovecraft volumes here, and the ones I actually pulled out are European volumes. Like, these are paperbacks from the UK. In fact, this one has a price sticker from the Virgin store in the UK. It has a price on it of £2.95. Ghostblade says, I remember loving how characters in Lovecraft would contemplate architecture. Yeah, there's, he's like a very learned guy, right? Like, he was just a super nerd on a lot of shit like that. And, yeah, a lot of the characters, like, will dwell on the architecture of things. Like, architecture is very important in a lot of Lovecraft, because it, like in Dreams in the Witch House, architecture is integral to the plot, because there's a whole idea in that of architecture and certain angles built into the architecture of a house being part of a spell, basically, that opens up a portal to somewhere. You know, it's like it opens a doorway because the corners of this room are built a certain way. So it's really high concept stuff sometimes, and like architecture is really heavily involved in the descriptions in the latter part of the Call of Cthulhu, because when they go to R'lyeh and see Cthulhu, they spend a lot of time talking about the Cyclopean and non-Euclidean architecture of the city of R'lyeh, because it's so big that a human mind can't contemplate how it could have been built. Yeah, that's when I started reading Lovecraft. I was like 13, 14, somewhere around there. Certainly one of my favorite authors, despite his very, very many flaws. Ghostbite says, I never knew he was racist till recently. Yeah, it's definitely something that I think more people talk about now, because he's kind of gotten a lot more popular over the last decade.
I mean, I feel like in general, within, you know, not like this year or whatever, but like within the last couple of decades, we've actually started acknowledging the people behind works of anything, not just writing and everything. We've actually been like, yeah, but you should probably consider that this is their work is affected by the way that they thought.
Yeah, like I think
the way they thought was shitty.
I think that's really. I mean, obviously, it's a good thing to acknowledge that, but it also helps the understanding, because like it's one thing to read Lovecraft and enjoy it, and then it's another thing to say, I also know that this man was racist, right? Because like I feel like you just assume that about most people. Like, you know, if they were from this era or whatever era, or they were before this era, yeah, they probably had some racist views, because almost everybody did, right? Which may or may not be true, right?
Yeah, like I've heard that even for the time, Lovecraft was very racist. But I mean, again, I don't have like I've never researched. Because, like, I mean, I don't know if you could honestly say anybody was or wasn't more or less racist for any time, because there are still very violently racist people alive today.
I think that's the thing to remember is Lovecraft was just as racist as a lot of folks was at the time, but it's a different brand of racism than we have for the most part today. Like, Lovecraft was very much like a white man's burden, scientific kind of racist. Ghostblade says almost everybody. I mean, yeah, I feel like I mean, I'm not trying to say like everybody from, you know, if everybody who was born before like 1990 was like violently racist or something, but there's a certain amount of like cultural mentality that I think you just, not that you have to allow for, but like you can kind of assume sometimes with anybody you're talking about. Like I don't think that like, I'm trying to think of somebody who I don't know was a racist, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, like, if you pick any historical figure, or an artist or whatever, like, I may not know that they were racist, but they probably just held some views that at the time may have been commonplace and would not fly today, right? And I think, but my point is, I think Lovecraft and a lot of writers like that get lumped into that. It's like, well, yeah, he was, but that's just the way people were at the time. But what Roadkill said is right. Is like, even for the time, like he probably just thought more about it than the common person did. Like, yeah, there's a certain amount of like cultural racism that went on, systemic racism that everybody was like part of. But like, we're talking about a dude who like put some thought into like his thoughts on race and like how maybe white people were better than non-white people. Like he had academic opinions on it. And that's what people mean when they say he was racist even for the time.
Like, there's this big raised platform in the middle here, and I'm not sure how to get to it. Because, like,
where's it at?
where those
Like,
two
up
white
there?
and like those
Okay.
two nimble assassin enemies are, I'm not sure how to get up there.
Right. But also my point is that it's one thing to say, I like this work, but yeah, I know the dude was racist, but learning about his racism I think is very important to enjoying the work, or understanding the work at least, because a lot of his worldview was like, you know, based around that, based around really around his fears of people. I think it's another thing to know about to like understand about Lovecraft is like, I don't think a lot of his racism was born in actual hate, but in fear, which I don't know, like there's a whole other thing there, but you know, I just think that understanding his fear of the world around him helps to contextualize a lot of the work, especially stuff like the horror at Red Hook, which is basically just a fantastic tale that came out of him because of his utter paralyzing fear of people that didn't look like him in a place that was completely alien to him, which was in Brooklyn. And I think it's also worth noting that toward the end of his life, he changed a lot of his views. Because all of a sudden, the things that he associated with people like that suddenly happened to him. He got very sick and very poor at the end of his life.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of his prejudice and conservatism was replaced by other things. No, Ghostblade. I think I'm actually saying the opposite. I don't think Lovecraft was a hateful person. I think my point is that he, like his like the racism that he sort of practiced, for lack of a better word, and a lot of people practiced in the 1800s and early 1900s is like almost like a pitying kind of racism. Like they just naturally assumed that white people were better and smarter than non-white people. And you know, there's like a thing called a concept from that era called the white man's burden. Like, you know, like the white man was burdened with
yeah, like it was the white man's job to take care of.
yeah, like, you know, they like the white person was tasked with carrying society.
Yeah.
Because other races, so to speak, couldn't. And like there's just a lot of that. Whereas today we more associate racism with like
Outright hatred.
And
like the other one isn't not hatred. It's still hatred, and it's still othering based on physical shit. But I mean,
it's just, and again, I'm not trying to like downplay one against the other. I'm just trying to say that when you think about how these people were racist, I think it's easy to think maybe, oh, well, they weren't because they didn't do the things that what the people we call racist today did.
Yeah.
But even then, that's not true, because what the people we call racist today, that's like scratching the surface, because there's still like built-in fundamental systemic racism to a lot of stuff.
Okay, that's what I need to do, I guess. I'm just not paying attention. Like, I'm trying to just go through these fights real fast, and it's just not gonna work that way.
Yeah, like the white man's burden, like that whole concept, I feel like that is something like we actually learned in school.
Yeah.
Like I remember learning that, which is kind of surprising. But yeah, like
Yeah, there were like keywords about, you know, bad shit in white person history that we would learn, but we would never learn any more than that.
Yeah,
it's like here's a book title you need to remember.
Yeah.
Maybe remember the author's name and you'll pass the test.
Yeah. I mean, like you learn about that stuff, but you don't learn about the effects on our society today.
Yeah, you definitely don't. You definitely
the
aren't
problem.
taught that anything is ongoing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe what you're trying to ask me there, Ghostblade, is like do I think like his racism was his fault or not? And like, yeah, to a certain degree, of course it is. Like, he's an intelligent person and he should know better. But I do think that at different points in society there is like a gauge on
Finally.
like what is assumed like
Ooh.
a natural thing. So it's like even today, like we are
Why did I do that? What did I do? God damn it!
like even today we're going through a period where it's like, you know, even me, like I'm 32 years old today, and like I still run across stuff where it's like I've never thought about something this way. It's kind of like racist or sexist of me to have just assumed this, right? So like all the time I think viewpoints are shifting in society, and we are forced to like think about things that otherwise we take as completely like fact or whatever, or we don't even think about. And what I'm saying is, at that point in time, you know, things were a certain way, society was a certain way, and it's not that people actively participated in racism, but just like today, there were certain things that people did and systems they worked in that were just racist because they were built around that.
Yeah, like we're raised in a racist and sexist and ableist society, so we are ingrained with those thoughts. And after a certain point, it's your job to think about, oh, that's probably not the way I should view somebody. I just beat those guys, and then I jumped down from where I was trying to go because I hit the sidestep button. And I can't get back up there from here, I don't think.
Well, I mean, you got up there to begin with, though.
Yeah, but this place is kind of a maze.
Yeah.
Like, let me see. Don't have to fight you guys. If I get all the way back down to the bottom, can I get back? Yes, I think I can. Because this is where I come in. Okay, okay, okay. All is not lost.
This one says in England you generally can't walk into a bar wearing sports clothing. I experienced this for the first time when I lived there for a bit. What? Did they kick you out of a bar for wearing, like, jogging pants in a bar?
Are you a real chest? In a small container was the bark of a tree tied lightly with string. That's painkillers. Okay, somebody was looking for this. Okay, okay, so that's what that dude wants on that other floor. So I still need to find a way up here. This is just one pillar with a chest on it. I don't have any idea how I'm supposed to get there.
I was not allowed to enter. Yeah, J-Mac, that does sound like football hooliganism.
I'm not sure how to get over here either. This is that group of enemies that were giving me so much fucking trouble. There's a chest behind them. This is a mimic. This is a mimic. I can't get to this because these slimes are fucking shitty. Is that chest breathing? Doesn't look like it. Let's see if we can take care of these guys.
See, like, you still haven't fought and beaten one of those mimics, right?
Mm-mm. I bet I can't hit this guy.
What did you think about the movies we watched today?
They're okay. Like...
We watched the Fear Street trilogy that got made for Netflix, so it's like 3 2-hour films, so it's 6 hours in all. And it's basically like a 6-hour slasher film. Like, it's really, like, I like the concept.
Yeah, like, I thought it was really cool, but it's still, like, I feel like there was a lot of hype around it that I wouldn't have placed on it. But, I mean, I guess that's me. You can't really judge that by me because I wouldn't do that with anything.
I mean, I think it's, yeah, I don't agree with, like, the amount of hype. But, I mean, it was based on an R.L. Stine property, which is like, I don't think those stories were ones that he wrote, but like, you know, like the setting was his or whatever.
Yeah, like I really don't know how much of it was actually like the book because I've only ever read Goosebumps by R.L. Stine, and I know Goosebumps is more like kids, and Fear Street is supposed to be more like young adult, right?
Yeah, it's more like teen, like young teen kind of stuff. So, like, I think they swear sometimes.
Yeah.
And, you know, have periods or whatever you put in teen books. I don't know. Talk more about boys and kissing.
I'm gonna go try to fight. Am I gonna go try to fight? Oh, I probably shouldn't. My cleric has, like, no magic left. I just got the painkillers, so I'm gonna return to base and go deliver those to that dude.
But, like, I did like the concept as far as, like somebody sat down and was like, okay, we're gonna make a full slasher trilogy, but we're gonna have the whole thing thought out before we film the movies. So it's almost like they filmed Like, it very much had that feel to me. It was like, you know, these all feel like slasher movie sequels, but the lore was way tighter than it
Yeah.
ever would be in a slasher movie franchise. So I enjoyed that. And I mean, the kills were not amazing, but they were okay. As far as like slasher stuff goes, the killers were kind of cool.
This dude just gave me a ladder.
What can you do with that?
Used to climb up higher, so that's gonna make exploring this other floor about 1,000,000 times easier.
Yeah, so you can just like get up and down those pillars and stuff now?
It's only one block,
Okay.
but I mean, still, that's...
Yeah, that's impressive. But yeah, if you got 6 hours, I would say check those out if you have Netflix, because I did like them.
Not the rats. Why are the rats level 0 again?
They also had like a queer love story that was
Yeah.
not handled poorly or anything. Had a lot of non-white characters.
Uh-huh.
It had a ridiculous amount of licensed music.
Uh-huh, which I
is-
know is something you hate.
Yeah, it really gets on my nerves when any movie does that, because I'm not watching a movie to listen to an album.
Oh, okay. I didn't... You just approach it and it does it? Damn. Okay.
Yo, you're doing it really fast.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Wait. Okay.
Silver medallion.
Moonlight is stored in the embedded blue stone. Well, damn.
And P is stored in the balls.
P is stored in the balls.
So, like, I can jump up here, and I can jump up there. Where have I not been? I need to get over there.
Yeah, they've given you like crazy mobility now.
Damn it.
Well,
Oh, well. Fuck you guys.
plate armor of devotion. Spirit consumption -2.
Let's try this. I'm gonna trust you to kill this dude, little dude. Fights are easy when you can sneak up on enemies.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a thing right there. See it?
Runic halberd.
Runic halberd.
That's the front man to Judas Priest, right?
Yeah. Good old runic halberd.
So I still can't get up there. That's a solid wall. This is another spindle door.
Which you don't have, right?
Mm-hmm. Like, I think it's the only key I don't have at this point. I don't know if any of his skills work on ghosts. I don't think they do. Like, I don't think you can hit them with just normal weapons. Oh, well, he hit that one. Maybe it's the other one. Okay, where else? Right there in the center. Alright, I got it. Another key. There are a lot of bastards up here.
Jesus, yeah, there's a ton of folks. What key did you get?
I got the spindle door key.
Cool.
There are more chests up there, though. How do I... Not like this. Orion.
Is that a kind of helmet?
Yeah. Are you... No, you are a mimic. Let's see if we can get these guys. That's such bullshit that the formation doesn't change when, you sneak up on them. I'm so mad I spent a point on this. I didn't realize it was a two-handed weapon.
Oh, that sucks.
I don't think this will do anything to these dudes, but... Hmm?
Here said her roommate just gave her a Calypso drink, but it is not passion fruit. Ghostblade, do you ever have Calypso passion fruit?
Alright, that was stupid of me, but, I mean, it's what I get.
Ghostblade says no, but I've had guava and it is my favorite. Also lychee.
I like lychee flavored stuff, but the fruit itself is weird. It's like eating an eyeball.
They are a weird fruit. Yeah, we bought a bag of lychees one time and they were very strange to eat.
I just came from here, didn't I? Okay, so... I guess I didn't stand exactly right there. I need to get back to this door, so I need to get back to that bridge. Which is just along the back wall.
Tyr said that she had the strawberry Calypso, and it was in fact not minging.
Oh, good.
Good. You don't want to have a minging Calypso.
Alright. Alright, there's like a fucking demon in here? A djinn, maybe?
Yeah, guys, but there's not much to eat with a lychee either. It's just you know, like a little lump of fruit, and that's it.
That's Ifrit, baby.
Flame Ifrit.
Oh, okay. Fuck me up.
I mean, he's just one dude.
There he is, the fire demon. There he is.
There he is.
Breath hotter than magma. A tough, shape-shifting body. Infinite magical powers beyond human comprehension. That's a fucking Aladdin reference. But it was too late for him to appear. He's no longer everyone's arch nemesis. You can win this one. They're going to get smaller. Of course, I've used up all of the mana I need for exorcism.
Ooh, yeah. Ghostblade said, "I did not know people say minging in America." We're referencing a TikTok. There's a TikTok of a British girl who is complaining about a calypso flavor, and it's one of those, like, I don't know. She's got a very harsh. I don't know what British accent she's got, but it's a very harsh accent.
Can I poison this dude? Probably not. Not evasion attack.
So you're from Wales, Ghostblade? I don't know. I don't know how, like...
Yeah, being American, we're not taught any geography outside of our fucking country.
So, like, I know Wales is... Like, I guess it would almost be the equivalent to, like, a state in America.
I really don't know.
I don't know either. Like, I don't know how people in the UK view their geographic areas, because there's, like, what else? Like, also trying to think, like, what else is there besides Wales? Like, Wales, I know, is a part of England.
A chunk of Ireland.
I don't know. Like, I don't think I know enough about it. Ghostblade's lived in Wales almost their entire life. Only lived brief periods away from Wales.
Oh, fuck you, dude. 45 chance percent to hit. And of course it hit.
Ghostblade says it's a whole country. Like Wales is like a whole country.
Yeah, get fucked. Got 2 axes from that. That's a neat axe.
Oh, that's a beautiful axe, yeah.
Great, you've made it through. Don't forget to raise the bars.
Okay, yeah, it is. Yeah, I feel like I had to look this up a while back. Like, Roadkill and I were talking about this, because we were like, what's the difference between England
And the UK.
and the UK and Britain? And, like, yeah, the UK is the United Kingdoms. Like it's like England is a country that is part of the UK. Wales is a country that's part of the UK. So like from UK Ghostblade says UK consists of Wales, England, Scotland, which are all separate countries that are united. Yeah, see, like it's
Whoa!
Oh god, big spider, giant bell tower spider. Like, I feel like it's kind of similar size-wise, maybe.
Oh yeah, I know that
To
the size
yeah.
is.
So like, I feel like maybe we would still, like, size-wise, we might think of it as a state or whatever. But yeah, it's like different countries that are together. Because like, I feel like in America, people say England and they just mean like the UK. So like, what's the difference between England and Britain though? Like, I don't know that either, because I feel like we also use those interchangeably. I feel like if you're in America and anybody says England, Britain, or the UK, and they just mean the same thing.
There's just a lot of high-level enemies down here.
Yeah, Northern Ireland is part of the UK as well. Like, I knew that. Like, I know these things, sort of, but it's like, I guess it's just something I don't...
We certainly weren't taught.
Yeah, we weren't taught it, and like, I guess I don't know it well enough that it's...
You trust
Yeah,
what you know.
that I trust what I know. So like, yeah, England is a portion of the UK. So what is Britain though? Like, when you say Britain, what do you mean?
Here's this dude again. You're safe. That's wonderful. Shutters that have been blocking the way raised.
Ghostblade's got to give us geography lessons here. Okay, just literally the UK. So like the UK and the term Britain could kind of be used interchangeably. But not just England. Okay. That makes sense. Like that makes sense to me. So like if I said the UK or if I said Britain, it's kind of like saying the United States or America. Like they kind of mean the same thing.
This is a dragon a mutated dragon contaminated by the catastrophe, and I think it's guarding, like, the final chamber. Absorbs nourishment of the earth as its own energy and becomes quite powerful. I was hoping to get the seeds by the end of the day, but it looks like that's not going to happen. Come on back for today.
What was its level? 45.
Disaster Incarnate is its name. Still didn't find a fucking elevator on the 5th or 6th floor.
Yeah, I do think that's really interesting because, like, you know, in America, like, if you were to say, like, New York and California, like, you know, those are places in America, but they're like two very different places, and I don't think we have that concept about England, about the UK. But yeah, like England and Wales and all that kind of stuff, like they are totally different places. Which, and I'm sure they're very culturally different. You know, I'm sure there's a lot of similarity because I mean, everybody here, you know, we all speak like a national language for the most part, even though there's a lot of non-English speakers in America now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that very well, but
Okay.
I just do find that interesting.
So there's a spindle door here. I'm gonna go open it. Oh, okay. I didn't want to do that. No.
So who's this guy?
That's strong demon, level 4. Oh, who's this guy?
Strong demon.
Magic demon.
Magic demon. He's got another one behind him. Well, this room is full of fuck.
Yeah, so we're not going there. But I can go up here with my ladder.
Hey, there's chests. 2 chests.
Are either of them breathing?
No.
Dodge tunic. Dance mask.
Control the
Sorry.
dance, control the world is the description of that mask.
Alright, that's all that was up here.
This way it says Dragon Quest has British voice actors and there's a Welsh character in Dark Souls. Do you know who in Dark Souls is Welsh? Like, I'm not sure that I could pick out a Welsh accent, I guess.
Is there a Star Trek character who's Welsh, or is that a Futurama joke?
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
Futurama joke. The guy with the horn hat. The guy with the horn.
Just Google Welsh Dark Souls character.
Yeah, Welsh Dark Souls. Let me see if I recognize this guy.
Why is Welsh in Dark Souls?
Yeah, what the fuck is that? Oh, he sells the crystal equipment. He's one of the more obscure characters. Yeah, okay, so yeah, this is what I'm getting. He says a phrase that is a Welsh phrase that I cannot pronounce. Hang on, I'm gonna look up the phonetics of this phrase. I do know who you're talking about because he's the guy that just sells the he's Domhnall of Xena. He sells
Yeah, he has the cool helmet.
the cool helmet. He has the little eyeglasses on his helmet.
So if I go over there, will I be able to climb up there, or is that a solid wall? I can't remember. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a solid wall. Okay, so I guess I need to go to the second level.
It's like a greeting. Is it Shemay? I Shemay? I'm not sure how to say it, but it sounds like it's like a greeting. Because like I'm on Wiktionary right now, and it says it's a contraction of Shut Mehi, which is how is it? So like, how are you doing, or how is it going?
Actually, no.
Okay, I is just hello in Old English, not necessarily Welsh, says Ghostblade. So what about the second word there? Like what? Is that Welsh? Shemay is how are you in Welsh. Again, probably not saying that right, but okay. At least I could pronounce melee right.
Oh, I didn't even realize we died. I got to a new area on that floor though, but those were all. That was a party of 4 level 35 Will-o'-the-Wisps. So yeah, I think it's time for grinding. So that's probably it for tonight.
Okay.
I've got to get everybody to maybe level 40.
We got another movie to knock out tonight, so we'll probably call it quits a little early. So what is tomorrow? Tuesday?
Mm-hmm.
So it's my night?
Yeah.
Okay.
You just finished Norco, which was your last Tuesday game.
I finished Norco, I finished Scorn. There's, Shemai. So it's, okay, it's pronounced Shemai, Shemai.
Shemai or Shemay?
No, Ghostblade says
Oh, okay.
I, okay. like I, so Shemai.
Like a pirate.
Yeah. Arr. I have a game called The Room on Steam that I got that I want to play.
Based on the movie?
Yeah, it's based on Tommy Wiseau's The Room. No, it's like an Escape the Room game, but like a really... like a bigger one than like just a browser game. So I think I might try that, or I've got several things on Steam I might want to try. So, alright, we'll be back tomorrow with that or something else, or maybe several things. I don't know. I've also got the PS1 horror collection for this year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't know. We'll do something cool tomorrow, but we will see you guys tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.